Disclaimer. The following video may not be for you if you are not accustomed to nuance. I'm a grown woman with a different perspective than most bloggers who are talking about this story.
Hello, and welcome to Story Time with a Grown Woman. Swag and the W is silent. Thank you in advance on the intro. You know we're going to get right into this story. Well, Diddy finally spoke out or issued a statement online, and people are saying they don't believe that the statement came from him because it doesn't sound like something he would say. More than likely it didn't come from him. So why would anybody even make that accusation? It's his reps. Everyone knows celebrities have reps, and those are the ones who write for them or tell them what to say. So why would anybody say they don't believe that it came from him? The statement that was issued on Diddy's Instagram read, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for my truth. Sean Diddy Combs." Now, granted, I am in no way a fan of Diddy's music. Like, it was okay, but I wasn't a fan. I was on Pac's side. But I am a fan of this man's hustle. I am a fan of his honesty, and I watch his reality shows and things of that nature. I know how demanding he can be just on the screen, so I can imagine what he is behind the screen. So to hear his story about becoming a hustler with newspapers at the age of 12, and guaranteeing and promising himself that he or his mother would ever or never struggle again. So to hear his story about that and see his progress and see a man of my race excel the way he did, that's what I'm a fan of. So I don't have to be a fan of his music to be a fan of the individual. The Adult Survivors Act brought out a lot of money-hungry women. And who was it really for? Was it really for the victims who have suffered? Or was it for women who needed another payout? Because from what I see, the only people who are gaining are people who dealt with celebrities. You have penthouse models, singers, actors. Like, how can you even take those people serious when they're all out there to do whatever it takes to get what they want? They want either some type of deal or some type of lifestyle. They got it. Now they're old and washed up, and now they're profiting again off of just their word. And that's what baffles me. You can just make up something. You can just say something, and it's believe all women. And these celebrities are having to pay out. You got celebrities like Jamie Foxx was hit with one of these suits. Axl Rose, Russell Brand, we know Diddy, Cuba Gooding Jr., and just a slew of others were hit with these lawsuits, and it was merely for money. It had nothing to do with putting anybody behind bars. It was all to get money. And why? Because everyone knows that lifestyle, being in that industry, what it consists of. It consists of a lot of drugs, it consists of a lot of alcohol, and a lot of sex. And then when it comes to the individual who filed a claim saying she was 17, people want to talk down on Diddy about that. To each his own, they do what they do, but at the end of the day, where was the young lady's parents? The law in New York allowed 17-year-olds to deal with older men. So what is the problem? What? Now because this woman is an adult or older and she knows that there are words or names for what she did, she participated in a gangbang. She did that, but now there are words. They gang raped me. No, they gang banged you. That's what you wanted. You wanted to do whatever it took to get that deal. So how is this fair? I just don't get it. Then I've seen articles where people are saying, oh, nobody's coming to Diddy's defense. Nobody's trying. That's right, because he'll get to see now who his real friends are. They're going to disassociate themselves with him because they don't want to lose what they have. So they'll disassociate themselves from Diddy. They won't speak up on Diddy's behalf and say, hey, this is what we were doing. All of this was consensual. They're not going to do that because they know that they will lose what they have. And their friendship with Diddy is not real enough. And that's one thing that's an unfortunate thing, that when it comes to having a lot of money, you don't really have friends. They're only there for what they can get out of you. And Diddy is seeing that now. When I saw bloggers talking about Diddy's response and how long it took, it made me think about Kathy Griffith. This happened a little while ago, but Kathy Griffith, she posted this picture of Donald Trump. It was a bloodied replica, and she had a photo shoot with it, and it was his head, and people went crazy. She got into so much trouble. Everybody that this woman was friends with, Anderson Cooper was one of her closest friends. He immediately disassociated himself from her because he didn't want to get into any trouble. He didn't want to lose his status. He didn't want to get blackballed. So that's what happens in the industry. People will disassociate themselves with you, two reasons: when your money is gone and when you get into trouble. And because they don't have a need for you when your money is gone. And then if that's not the case, they don't want to get in trouble and lose what they have. So that is why people are not coming to Diddy's defense. But everybody in the industry from the 90s, 80s, 70s, they know what goes on. They know. Even now, they know what goes on in the industry. But for that governor to sign that act, I don't know why she signed it, because it definitely was not for anybody who really needed it. It was merely for people to get another payout just for making an accusation. So I'm glad Diddy finally said something. I'm sure his reps, wanted to maybe have conversation with him and show him where his options are and where they stand and what he needs to do to go forward. But I see this as being another Johnny Depp situation, and I'm hoping Diddy will make a comeback from this. He's stepped down from Revolt, and I'm sure he's going to lose all of his brand deals because they already don't want to see people like him excel so high. The industry looks to bring down those who get too high and above themselves. And I think this is something that has happened. Cassie pressed him for 6 months for that $30 million. And he said F no, because he knew he didn't do anything wrong. And kudos to Diddy for fighting for himself, but I wish now that he would have just given her that money, because not giving it to her has brought all of these other rats out. And I don't know where it's going to take this man, but I hope that he will take this to court, just like Johnny Depp did, to clear his name, and justice for Diddy. Let's talk about it in the comments, guys. Where do you see this going? Do you see Diddy regaining his name back? Let's talk about it, guys. And as always, thanks so much for listening. If you haven't, please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification so you'll know when I upload a video. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.